This is why it's so important that we don't only get our knowledge of Christianity from talking heads on social media. Take a look at this.
I'm a Christian, but I don't believe Christianity needs to be special, at least in the way that some Christian apologists would mean it. Check this out.
What makes Christianity special over all these other religions?
Why Christianity? I think it all hinges on whether the resurrection occurred or not as a historical event.
Asked what makes Christianity special, this evangelical apologist gave proofs for the resurrection. In other words, what makes our religion special is that ours really happened. I don't think that's the point at all. First of all, the resurrection is not something we can prove. It happened 2,000 years ago and we weren't there.
Well, then we should just throw out all of human history because we're alive now. We weren't alive then. We can't prove anything.
But more importantly, this way of thinking about Christianity and other religions leads to Christian supremacy. I'm the right religion, so I'm going to heaven and all the other ones are going to hell. But the real gift of the resurrection is not a historical flex to win the whose religion is best debate. It's the spiritual power it offers. The power to be transformed, to love more deeply, to become more human, more free.
So we should reframe this. The question is not whose religion is best. The question is whose religion is true. And that's all rooted in the person behind the religion. Is our God the true God? And to get to that, it all hinges on the resurrection. And if he is true, then that has implications for the way that we are supposed to live, both now and eternally. The Apostle Paul says it like this in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, starting in verse 12. He makes this whole case towards people who are actually arguing about the resurrection, funny enough. For if there is no resurrection from the dead, then Christ has not been raised either. And if Christ has not been raised either, then all of our preaching is useless and your faith is useless. This whole notion that the power of faith and spirituality is that it transforms us to be able to love better is a misnomer from the start. The earliest Christians had no confusion over what faith was actually about. It was always rooted to the person. Fruit came from that, but we don't hinge our faith on the fruit that we want, then we tack our belief onto it. We hinge our faith on the person and let relationship generate the fruit that comes out of it.
Resurrection is not a tool for Christian supremacy. It's an invitation into love and connection right now, or I don't want it.
C.S. Lewis has a quote. It says this: if you aim at heaven, you'll get earth thrown in. But if you aim at earth, you'll get neither. I think this is a great example of that. If you aim at Jesus and knowing Jesus because he is special and different, then you'll get a transformed life thrown in with all of the fruit of the Spirit. But if you aim at just trying to be a better person or trying to fit Christ into an agenda, you'll get nothing in the end.